How's it going, YouTube? Today I have the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s. Now I picked these up on sale at Best Buy, $50 off right now for Black Friday. I got these primarily because I saw that they had a firmware update that not only had multi-point connection, but it supported high quality super aptX adaptive 96 kilohertz 24-bit super duper audio quality. So I wanted to give these a shot and see if they sounded better than the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, because the Buds 2 Pro's 24-bit high-res audio only works on Samsung phones with Samsung adaptable codec, or whatever it's called. And if you watch any of my videos, you know that I have been rocking the Google Pixel 7, which is not compatible with Samsung's codec. So I wanted to see if these could push out some of that hi-fi audio. Sadly, and I'll go into this a little bit more in the video, it is not compatible with the Google Pixel or any Samsung phone or any iPhone for that matter. The high-res audio is only capable with new Qualcomm chips that support Qualcomm aptX adaptive, which as of right now is not on any Samsung or Google device. They are on OnePlus devices, Xiaomi, and a bunch of other Chinese companies. So if you want these specifically for the high-res capability, maybe it's future-proof, but depending on what kind of device you get. Because it's possible Samsung or Google may never support the aptX adaptive. Specifically Google, because it is a Qualcomm codec. I'm not sure if the Google Tensor chips will play nice with this. But yeah, let's dive right into this. Alright, so here we have the box of the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3. Let's see what we got on the boxage here real quick. That Sennheiser sound, ANC, good mics, wireless charging, which I didn't know had to be mentioned in high quality earbuds, but the fact that Bose took it out of their Quiet Comfort earbuds is a huge L. And then IPX4 splash resistant, which means it'll be good for the gym, and these bad boys have ear wings as well, which is pretty sweet. I got the black version here. It kind of just goes into what each of those things that I talked about are. Nice bass and all that, good ANC, nice for phone calls, X, Y, and Z. Now let's see what kind of battery we got with this bad boy. 7 hours plus 21 with the case. Now I wonder if that's with ANC, you know, nice and blasted and all the good stuff turned on, or I wonder how they measure that. But 7 plus 21, those are some pretty good numbers in my book. Alright, on this side we have the different kinds of codecs that it uses, which is very interesting because you have AAC, aptX, Qualcomm aptX adaptive. And the main reason why I just picked these bad boys up is because they just got a firmware update for 24-bit high-res audio, which to this point only the Samsung Buds 2 Pro the second were able to play audio at that level. And if you've been watching the channel, I just switched over from an S22 Ultra to a Pixel 7, my first ever Pixel. I just wanted to see what that was like, and you do not get the 24-bit audio from these bad boys on the Pixel. So just trying to kind of diversify my ecosystem here. Don't really want to get stuck in all Samsung like I have for the past couple years, so gonna try these bad boys out. I do plan on doing a comparison video between the Sennheisers and the Buds 2 Pro. just because I think they're very similar in features. So if you guys would like to see that, leave a like, comment, all that stuff. Comment down any specific questions you have. That way I could be sure to answer them in that future video. Box edge knife. Nice little Sennheiser card thingamajig there. Pretty much a card that says, "Welcome to Sennheiser." Nothing too crazy, but a nice little touch. So we have a welcome, some documentation, going over. Okay, let's start over here. So wake up the batteries, charging stuff in, putting them in your ear, wing tips, pairing. Okay, momentum app. A whole bunch of things about directions on changing songs and phone calls and wireless charging. Basically a nice little quick start guide. You have a USB-C to USB-A cable for those that were curious. Here you got your tips. I'm sure the mediums are installed as they always are. Alright, yep, you got your extra small, small, and your large. Looks like there's a nice little kind of meshiness in there to stop any gunk from getting into your buds, which is always a nice touch. I'm usually a size medium, so I'm gonna just leave those on there. Now here are your wingtips. So it looks like this may be no wingtip right here. This is probably your large, and then I'm assuming medium are going to be installed on the buds already. So without further ado, let's check those out. Oh my god, before I get into that, look at this. What is this? Who's got time for all this? What the heck? They give you like novels in here of instructions. It's redonkulous. Well, I'm never going to look at that. Alright, now let's get into the buds here. What the? First use, open it and charge it for 30 seconds. Okay. Interesting. I've had a few laptops do that before too, so no biggie. Alright, let's take a look at these. First off, this case feels very amazing, like very high quality, well put together. I'm not gonna lie, I am very concerned about the fact that this is made from cloth. Like, I take my buds to some pretty nuts places. Like, these are my Buds 2 Pro, and I've been maining these since launch day, and I just took these to like a desert area. So I don't know if you could see, but there's actually like dirt in my USB-C port. If I open this up, these are, you know, the case is made out of a fairly decent material to where, like, if I were to take this to the desert, for example, I wonder how well that cloth is gonna stand up. With the cloth aside though, this feels very, very premium. The size of it is kind of chunky, though, I'm not going to lie. You can see that like width-wise, and then like height-wise. This is a pretty solid case, not the most pocketable. But maybe that gets made up for with the sound quality and all that good trash. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's a strong magnet. Whoa. These look absolutely sick. Alright. Yeah, these are a lot smaller than I anticipated. I kind of thought it was going to be a huge chunkster, but I'm really already liking the level of stem that you got there. Because the longer it is, the more that it goes into your ear canal, and usually the better this fits in, at least in my experience. We all have different ears. A nice little subtle wingtip, which you can change out for the bigger one, but I think this is going to be pretty sick. And right there, I don't know if you could see it, but very nice little like screen for all your earwax and nastiness. Alright, I am going to get these paired up and I will come back to you. Alright, let me get into the meat and potatoes of these buds. One of the things that got me most excited about them was the high res audio that the new firmware update comes with. So let me just show you guys something real quick. If I go into the developer settings of my Google Pixel 7, you'll see that HD audio is toggled on, but the highest codec that it can use is Qualcomm aptX audio. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to be stuck on AAC, just to let you know. Now, what is really kind of confusing about that is in the Sennheiser app, if you go into settings, you can see I have high resolution audio mode clicked on, 96 kilohertz 24-bit audio. And if I go here, I am at 44.1 kilohertz with the option of 48, which you have to toggle every single time, which can be kind of annoying. And honestly, the 41 or 48 isn't necessarily a noticeable difference, so I don't really go through the hassle of turning that on every time. And as you can see, it is stuck at 26, and that is because Google, Samsung, Apple, all these phones do not have the Qualcomm aptX adaptive, and that is the highest codec that the Sennheiser buds support. So basically what that means is, even though it shows you that your HD audio mode is on, and I believe it is the same thing on iPhones, it will not actually work until it's connected to a device that has the Qualcomm aptX adaptive audio, which currently is not supported by Google, Samsung, definitely not Apple. Apple just has AAC, so you're at an even lower codec there. It is only supported by like OnePlus, Xiaomi, and some random devices. You could actually Google which devices are aptX Qualcomm adaptive. If you're curious if your device is actually compatible, just go into your developer settings and see if it is. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, I just really wanted to make sure that no one was confused that they were getting some high-res lossless earbuds. Currently, that is not the case unless you have one of the devices that is compatible with the Qualcomm aptX adaptive codec. Alright, so I'm sure the biggest question here is, with no super fancy codec on my Google Pixel, how do these sound? The answer to that is absolutely fantastic. Now, I gotta say, certain songs are not as clear as my Buds 2 Pro on my Samsung devices, but the general highs and especially the bass sounds crisp and perfect. I truly do love these buds, especially with that ear tip. I have gone on quite a few runs with these and they have not budged out of my ears at all. Sound absolutely fantastic. The EQ that you have is very customizable, and it actually has one of the coolest features that I've seen in any one of these Buds applications, which is the sound check. So you could play one of your favorite songs and then start changing which one may sound better to you at the time. So it's kind of like if you've ever gotten an eyeglass exam and the doctor's like, does A feel better? Or, you know, does C, can you see better? And then you just kind of keep doing that, and then it will spit you out your own custom EQ, which, you know, mine looks something like this, which is interesting because usually I would just, you know, crank that bass, maybe have a little bit of treble, and it actually kind of gives me something that I never would have tried before, which was something like this. Bass boost, of course, and it sounds absolutely incredible. I highly recommend, if you get these buds, to go in and try that sound check. Transparency mode sounds great. ANC is very good. I have a great seal with the medium buds and the large wingtips myself. Here are all of the touch controls that you have. I find it very responsive, and if you're adjusting the buds based off of like holding it on the side and not holding it by the touch control, then I find they are very nice to get into your ears in a comfortable position. So altogether, a great app, great ANC, great EQ. The multi-point connection works perfectly fine. I have my Pixel 7 and my Fold 3 connected to this, but you could do a MacBook or anything that you have. I found that it worked seamlessly every time. One bud works by itself. Pretty much everything that you could want is here in these headphones. The only kind of downsides that I would find is that the case itself is made of fabric, which might get dirty depending on how careful you are with this, and this case is absolutely ginormous, and I'll show you that size comparison again. It absolutely engulfs the Buds case, pretty much all of Samsung's cases, so fitting that in your pocket may be kind of a huge downside, but I kind of throw these in my gym bag most of the time, so not the biggest problem for me. I do have a pair of Bang & Olufsen EXs coming in to see which ones are going to be my main buds, but that is all I have for these. Everything is super premium, sounds fantastic, and looks beautiful. Alright you guys, that was my video on the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s. Honestly, I think they are great for working out. I absolutely love the wing fin. They feel like an upgraded version of the Sony Alamello Buds XM4 Lip 5s. Basically, they have that great sound quality. The noise cancellation isn't as good, but they are lighter. At least they feel lighter. Maybe it's because of the wingtip, but these are awesome for working out, which is primarily what I use my buds for. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments down below. I love to reach out to you guys, and if you enjoyed spending time on this video and hanging out, please leave a like, sub, and comment. I really appreciate you stopping by. Catch you in the next one. Later.